Hello everybody, my name is Nathan Vader and today we're looking at the newest arrival from the Jurassic World Dominion line, the therizinosaurus figure. This thing is awesome. I just got this through the post via Amazon and I could not be happier. This thing looks absolutely stunning in the flesh. Like, the online photos don't do this thing justice. Like, getting this thing in hand looks fabulous, and I gotta say, it was not easy. I found this on Amazon France. I had to go on there and use it in a completely different language. It would not translate to English, so that made it difficult for one. Second thing, this thing was advertised without any product image. It was just an image of Mattel's logo and stating the product code itself, not actually saying it was the therizinosaurus. I believe it was on a pre-order from what I could make out on the translation, but I ordered it and within a few days it actually has turned up and I couldn't be happier. So what we're going to do is have a look around the box and then we'll take this thing out and check out articulation and sound features, etc. So first thing, wow, you're just hit with this creature in the box with this beautiful decals. You've got this fabulous looking T-Rex render on the side here, and you've also got some action features, and also you've got the DNA sequencing there for the app. So let's bring this thing a bit closer. First thing you notice is there is a lot of detail on the body. You can see all the feathers that are brought into this, but we'll get into that more when we take it out of the box. You can also make out this thing has some beautiful claws. Oh, and I just set off the action feature. I'm sorry about that. Look at them claws. Oh, I can't wait to get this thing out of the box. And it's got a lovely sort of amber looking flame ridden base there that it's sitting on. The Jurassic World logo there on the corner. It says therizinosaurus. Sound slashing, and shows you a couple of images of its action features with its tail, and on top there is another button there to activate the head bobbing action, which I believe opens the mouth as well. Oh my goodness. On the side there you've got the Jurassic logo set in some sort of like amber, which looks awesome. On the other side I believe that's a Pyroraptor. That looks pretty cool, and I like seeing a different mix of dinosaurs now on the packaging. I'm getting a bit bored of seeing blue all the time, so it's great to see something different. On the... oh, I set off again. On the back of the box there, you've got just like another image of what the therizinosaurus can do. When you press the action features, it chomps. You've got the Jurassic logo again, and you've got the app there showing you the DNA sequencing to scan it, I believe. Check that out there. And of course there is also the new T-Rex at the bottom. Check out that head. Oh my goodness, my only gripe with this so far is that beak. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this out of the box, and then we'll get a real hands-on look at it. Okay, it is out of the box, and oh my goodness, it feels good in the hands. It's got a good weight to it. Sculpt wise, it just looks amazing. There is so much articulation in these arms. It is unreal. So I don't know where to start. Let's start from the head, and then we'll work our way down to the dippy tail, or the fluffy tail. It's got a lot of feathers. Let's start with the head first, and straight away I am amazed by how much detail there is. You can see all this feathering detail that's been sculpted into here, into the lower jaw, and that eyeball as well. It's always the eyes that make these things, and this has got a very menacing looking eye. I absolutely love it. There is a bit of a disappointment again, like I say, about the beak there not being painted. I think if that had been added, that would have made this look even more impressive, but that really is my only gripe about this figure so far. Then moving from the head, you've got this beautiful red crest that runs down the neck to the back towards the joint for the tail, and that feathers out, literally feathers out, into this dark blue with the white stripe, and then to this sort of almost aqua blue green belly tone that goes from the bottom jaw all the way down to the feet. And I had a buddy of mine on Instagram, Marcus, pointed out to me that he noticed a lot of similarities with this head sculpt for the therizinosaurus. Very much closely resembles the Velociraptor. I'll put a photo of the images he's put together to show the similarities, and I got to admit, it looks pretty darn good. I got to say, I never saw it before until now, so yeah, hats off to him for spotting that. Also, he is an absolute legend when it comes to doing artistry. He does some fantastic work where he combines 90s with Jurassic Park, Camp Cretaceous, all sorts of things. It's worth checking out. I'll put his name in the video here, and also a link to his Instagram. Now, taking a look at the business end of this therizinosaurus, it's the claws, and I've got to say I'm very happy with this coloration they've used on the claws here. It goes all the way down to the tips, all the same. There is a bit of a blend there where it goes from the body tone with the hands to the claws, but I'm not going to complain about that. It looks absolutely amazing. Also, these things have mental joints, like they're huge and a lot bigger. I was very dubious about this thing when it was first announced, thinking it was going to be a bit like the Indoraptor, which had very fragile joints, but these seem to be quite meaty and extremely posable, and they do hold their poses very nicely, I've got to say. And of course, there's a lot of joints on here that allow quite a lot of movement in and out on the arms. And also going to the legs, then there is a great set of joints on the knee, which is a ball and also a flex joint there. And there is some excuse me, there isn't any ankle pivot from what I can make out. It looks like there was gonna be, but there isn't any more. But I'm not complaining about that. I mean, we've got this here, so that's good enough for me. Definitely to do poses. There is a slight bit of movement on the in and out, and I just thought I'd show you the underside of this as well. So going from the mouth here, you can see there is a lovely bit of detail going on the lower side of the jaw, and this sort of aqua greeny blue goes down from the neck and just stops at the belly there, and then you're left with this deep blue, and you can see the speaker hole there for the sounds, and continues up to the battery casing there and all the way to the tip. The tip of the tail is like a rubber, like a hardened rubber, and it goes to a solid plastic about here where it joins into the body, and that's about it really. I'll give you a look at the red striping there, and you can see it goes down to just by the base there towards the tail, and then stops and then goes into a deep blue, but you can just about make out, if I zoom in, you can just make out there is some hints of like a copper or a brown tint there in amongst the feathers, which is quite a nice touch actually, because they could have just stopped there like they do with some of these dinosaur lines, but they actually continued it on, which is quite nice. I probably would have liked to seen that red go a little bit further, but not complaining, just a little thing I thought they might want to do. But anyway, so this thing's been making enough noise, so we might as well show what this thing can actually do when you actually want it to make the noise. So at the back here by the tail, you've got a little button to press, and that shows off its evil head bobbing action. There are a series of noises there, which doesn't seem to matter whether you have a long press or a short press. It's just running through the cycles of sound. But as you do press that down, it does bob the head and also open the jaw at the same time, which I think is pretty cool. And also, I think if you were to do some twisting left and right, you get that slashing action, which is pretty cool. Sounds more like a squelching noise than a slashing noise. I forgot to mention as well that this thing, although it doesn't have any ankle pivots here, it has the knee joints, and it also does do quite the rotation with the legs there on both sides. There isn't any restrictions because of the action features, which is pretty nice. And you also have the DNA scan there for the Fax app on the back, which can easily be popped back in, and yeah, it's pretty well hidden actually. It's pretty good. I like that. I was a bit worried about these sort of things, but yeah, it seems pretty robust, and I can't see it coming out anytime soon. So when I first got this, I was amazed at how big this thing actually is, and I thought, well, we'll just do a size comparison. So here is a Parasaurolophus, and yeah, I mean, oh, crikey, I can't even put it in the frame, it's that big. You can just about see it behind it there. It's towering over it. Yeah, huge, unbelievable. And we bring in a human figure. It's a mercenary. Bring that camera down a bit. Yeah, the scale is unbelievable. That is crazy. Can we do a bit of a slash feature on the pair of these guys? Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh. We also have a very afraid looking baby Brachiosaurus, which, oh my goodness, is tiny in comparison. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. I'm going to take him away. And here is also a little noir raptor. Yeah, still tiny. We need something to match this size. Okay, I got it. How about the Legacy Collection Spinosaurus? Yes. Wow, it still looks kind of big. Still looks kind of big. That's crazy. This thing is huge, absolutely huge. Forgot to mention as well, this thing has a great pivot on the head. So it can look down that far, up that far, but then has a really good... wow, it's not 180, it's probably just a bit less than 180 degrees, but that's got a great range of movement. Very impressive. So overall, what do I think of this? Well, I think it's an absolutely banging figure. Like I say, the only thing that I didn't like about it was that beak. I think if that had been painted, it would have just finished this off, and I wouldn't have any complaints whatsoever. Other than that, it's amazing. Very impressive, and if they've got more like this coming out for the new film, I welcome it. Can't wait. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. My name is Natey Vader. I post on Instagram and Twitter almost daily, and of course it's always Jurassic related. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yes? Yes.